Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Minister of Trade and Industry Niveen Gema had recently presented the most important steps taken regarding the vehicles industry in Egypt within the framework of presidential initiative to replace the old vehicles and transfer the other ones to work with natural gas. In fact, the different economic fields have seen unprecedented booms in the past few years under the leadership of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, notably the vital industries like the vehicle industries. In order to know more, we're very much honored and delighted to have with us over the phone Dr. Yousef Mazhar, former Deputy of the Ministry of Industry. Good morning to you, Dr. Mazhar.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, could you please shed more light on the national program for transferring and replacing the vehicles to natural gas?
Yes, of course. This is an initiative that was taken by our president based on recommendations by many ministries that natural gas is a very efficient fuel. It is, first of all, from the pollution point of view, it is very pure. The pollution is very, very low, and it is very efficient. Also, its transportation to or filling in a car is much easier than the fluid itself. So just to start a summary and answer to your question, what we can go into it more, it is a very efficient fuel, and Egypt has a great deal of reserves in this area. So I think that to start answering the question, I think that's the main points that are under study at the moment.
Yes.
And I'm very happy to answer anything else you would like to tell me.
Yes, I sure have lots of questions for you, Dr. Mazhar. Like, for example, how you see the state's decision to replace the old vehicles and transfer the other vehicles to be operated by natural gas. Do you think that this is going to be an easy decision for owners of old vehicles?
Well, actually, mechanically, you have to have a system. And the system exists now, is being put into place, and there are stations which already are doing this, but they will be expanded, that you can go with your car, which is a normal petrol car, and you tell them, I want to join the new, let's say the new way of getting my fuel. They will look at your car, they will give you a car or transfer your car to take out the petrol tank and put in a compressed gas system. It's very, very simple. Of course, I must tell you that it is not 100% all cars who cannot be done that way, but I would say about 90% of all cars can be transferred that way.
Oh, okay, very well. Dr. Mazhar, what about the environmental and economic importance of that move?
Well, the economic is actually quite. It's a quite. Let's say, logical thing, because I mean we are in possession of large, let's say, reserves of natural gas.
Yes.
As you have heard, we have got the names even of the natural gas, which is in the Mediterranean, is very well known. I won't say that we have a surplus, but we have enough to go around. So we'll be using something, a very efficient fuel, very efficient, let's say, way of getting our energy to drive the car. And the transfer system is very, very simple. I think also you will have cleaner roads. You will have more efficient cars. They will go more kilometers per liter or per cubic meter of gas. It's a very efficient way. And many countries in the world who have got abundance of natural gas have gone this way. So I think it's only fair. It will save, as I said before, it might save a lot on the petrol, let's say, the fluid piping. And the efficiency, I mean, how many kilometers will go with 1 cubic meter against how many kilometers go with 10 liters is very, very efficient.
Yes.
I think it's well thought out. And I want to tell you something else, that some countries of South America, they have got the same fuel, by other sources, and most of their cars are running in this way. So you have to, according to your country, according to what God has blessed you with the fuel, whether it's gas or whether it's liquid fuel or whether it's diesel. Of course, diesel is at the bottom of the list when it comes to let's say the environment, because diesel is very, very bad for the environment, and many countries now are not allowing diesel engines to go at all in the middle of their towns. So I think it's a very wise decision. It's been taken by very high knowledgeable people like the Minister of Petroleum. Also the Parliament itself has taken it, and it's a very good move, and I think we have an abundance of gas. Gott sei Dank, as I say in German, and it will be very efficient. It will be a clean way, an easy way. Of course, there'll have to be more stations to operate this, but if you take at least the public transportation, which is running all the time, I think this will make a big difference to our let's say, to our daily operating system. It's a very well thought thing, and it comes just in time when we have found many, many gas resources in the Mediterranean Sea. I think you've got a very good question there, and I think our listeners deserve to get an explanation. Why is this new policy being put into implementation?
Indeed. I'd like to thank you very much, Dr. Yousef Mazhar, former Deputy of the Ministry of Industry, and always a pleasure, of course, having you with us here on The Breakfast Show. Thank you very much, Doctor. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show. I'm Hala Al-Hamilawi. Many thanks for being with us.